Hi, I'm Midhun, second year BA Philosophy. My topic is defending Locke's primary and secondary qualities. Three sections are there. One is Locke's primary and secondary qualities. Second is George Berkeley criticism and defending Locke. In this presentation, I will defend the position of Locke's primary and secondary qualities. The presentation consists three sections. In the first section, we'll explain primary and secondary qualities. In the second section, I will explain Berkeley's criticism. The third is defend Locke's position by challenging Berkeley's objection. How Locke primary and secondary qualities. How do we know the world? What is the difference between what exists in objects and what exists in our mind? To explain this question, he introduced the distinction between primary and secondary qualities. He wanted to explain what in our experience truly belongs to the object and what belongs to your mind. Primary qualities. Primary qualities are qualities that exist in the object itself, whether we perceive them or not. Example: shape, size, motion, solidity. For example, a ball has a round shape and occupies space. Even if no one looks at it, the qualities still exist. Secondary qualities. Secondary qualities do not exist in the object as we perceive them. They are powers in objects that produce sensation in us. Example: color, taste, smell, sound. For example, the redness of an apple is not actually inside the apple as redness. The apple's particles cause the sensation of red in our mind. This is the example. What, bro? Huh? What, bro? You. Why Locke introduced this distinction? One is support empiricism. Knowledge comes from experience. Explain how science described the world in terms of measurable properties like size and motion. Show that not everything we perceive exists in the same way in objects. George Berkeley criticism. George Berkeley criticized Locke. Berkeley argued if color exists only in the mind, then shape and size are also perceived in the mind. So there is no real difference between primary and secondary qualities. He said, to be is to be perceived. Thus, Berkeley challenged Locke's distinction. Berkeley argues we never experience shape or size without color. The qualities are perceived through the mind. So, primary qualities are also mind dependent. Berkeley concludes there is no material substance independent of perception. Last section is defending Locke. Perceptual valuation argument. Secondary qualities vary between observers. Water feels hot to one hand and cold to another. Some animals see colors humans cannot. A color-blind person sees differently, but the object's shape and size do not change because of perception. This shows a real difference between objective structure is primary qualities and subjective experience is
Hello.
secondary qualities. And power argument. John Locke does not say secondary qualities are unreal. He says they are power in objects. Example, an apple is not red in itself, but it has a physical structure that causes red sensation in us. So secondary qualities depend on primary qualities. Primary qualities are fundamental, secondary qualities are effect. Conclusion is Locke's distinction helps defend scientific realism, explain perceptual variation, separate objective reality from subjective experience. So even though Berkeley criticizes him, Locke's theory remains strong and influential.